What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Client Spotlight series. I have my client here, Sarah Plowman, who's going to share with you how she created 45K in 30 days in her business by joining the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind early. We are going to talk about her thinking, her feeling, all the things about everything to do with making decisions ahead of time. And for those of you who are on the fence, I want you to really listen intently because this is really going to help you make a decision and really feel into your own self-trust and decision making power. So Sarah, please introduce yourself to everybody. It's so good to have you here while I share this into the Facebook group.
Amazing. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I have been a fan of yours for a long time, so it's kind of a really fun pinch me moment that I'm in your world now and featured on your series. So thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah. So I am a coach for coaches. I help other coaches attract high ticket clients on Instagram without needing to go viral first or without a big following. And then I help them master their consult process.
Yes.
That's exactly what I have done in my business since I started it 3 years ago.
I love it. You're so good at it. You're like the fact that you have made, how much is it that you ended the year last year?
I ended the year around 350K last year.
Yeah. And you were kind of just like, what was your plan? How did you get there? Give us an insight into what you were doing before you started working with me.
Yeah. So I have really focused before I started working with you on building my business on Instagram and selling high ticket one-on-one coaching. So for most of the past 3 years, that was my main offer. I'd kind of dabbled in groups, but mostly selling one-on-one coaching.
Yeah. And you were kind of winging it. I remember you were like, I've just kind of just been doing my thing and just not really planning too much, right?
Oh, totally. I am the queen of like coming up with a great idea and then just executing it on Instagram immediately, which has been amazing. And it worked for me. I've made a lot of money doing it that way, but it definitely didn't have a lot of systems or plans in place. Or I think one of my problems and what attracted me to you is that if I wasn't like directly connected to my phone and selling, like I didn't have a machine behind me that I had set up that was operating if I like wanted to take a vacation or if my kids got sick. So if I wasn't like on my phone executing my constant ideas, I wasn't making money.
Right. Totally. Okay, cool. So let's talk about, well, you already were touching on it, but what inspired you as somebody who was already at the level of, earning 350K? What inspired you to join the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind?
Yeah. So I love where you are in your business. Like you're a couple of steps ahead of me, and I just really felt drawn to you, and I knew that I could learn a lot from you of how to get my business to that $1 million mark, which is what my goal is this year, is to make $1 million in 2024. And I just knew that you could help me get there.
Yeah, I love that. And what happened? What were the top things that you did? Actually, before we get into like how you made the 45K and all of that, because I'm sure people really want to hear all the details. Let's talk about what inspired you to make that decision. How did you make the decision to join? Because I know you didn't watch any of these testimonials, you didn't read my sales page, and I want people to really hear what it's like to just understand how to make a decision that you know is true, is right for you. So tell us a little bit about your decision-making process in joining.
Oh, that's a great question. One of the things that I've cultivated as a woman and as a business owner and entrepreneur over the last 3 years is this really strong sense of self-trust. And I've really learned to value my opinion over anybody else's.
Yeah.
So as I was making the decision to join you, I mean, testimonials are amazing and I'm glad to be like part of one right now, but I really like to make my own decision and like based on my interaction with you just through your copy and through the way you show up on Instagram. So although I didn't read your whole sales page and I didn't watch any of the testimonial videos, I was watching you and how you showed up in your business. I was seeing how often you were emailing, and I was reading some of your emails and they were just so authentic and like loving, but also tough love too. And I could just tell from how you show up that you're so authentically you, and that's how I like to show up in my business.
Yeah.
And I just was like, this is my girl.
Oh my God, I love that. And now that you are inside of the program, now that you are, because you joined early, right? And so you didn't wait until the last minute to join. Why didn't you wait?
No, I didn't. I'd been following you for quite some time. I want to say over a year. And I knew that I was going to join eventually. And I think in the back of my mind, I was kind of waiting till I was done with my current coach because I have another coach who I love and work with. I don't know. I just woke up one day in November or in October, and I was like, today's the day I want to work with her. Like, it really was like, I woke up like, I'm going to join today. And I went to your Instagram and I pulled up the link because I didn't even know like where you were in the launch cycle. So I just
Oh,
pulled your information up and I saw that you had all these amazing bonuses. And I
I
was like,
know.
yes, I want to take advantage of these. No
Yeah,
brainer.
literally, that was the best. So one of the bonuses that we currently have available, these may not be available in the future, but you did join early, and one of the bonuses was that you get access to the Momentum Mastermind, which is my higher level invite only mastermind, so that you could get coached in there until we started officially Magnetize and Monetize, which is a bonus that is currently available. This is the final week to get that bonus. And so if anyone's watching this, you want to make sure you apply ASAP, because that bonus is going away along with the call with me that you get one-on-one, which we can talk about because I know that was really, you can tell people what it was like for you. And also the 7-month extended payment plan is going away. So this is the best time to join. You got access to all those bonuses. So you started coaching with me, and then what happened? Like, what is it like to get coached?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so amazing. The bonus calls have been phenomenal. I've gotten coached every single week, first of all, which is so I had no idea what to expect, but I have gotten coached by you every single week. And
Yeah.
it's amazing how much value you provide in such a short period of time. Like, you might be coaching me for 10 minutes and I leave that like, that's exactly what I needed to hear. And I'm able
Yeah.
to go implement what we talked about immediately and see immediate results. So it's
Oh
been
my God.
magical.
Oh, I love that. So, okay, now let's get into like the nitty gritty. So people are probably wondering like, how did you do that? How did you create a 45K in 30 days? And or since joining 30 days, I can remember exactly the timeline that you said on the feedback form. You can correct me. But what happened? So what were your thoughts? What were your feelings? How did being coached support you in that, so that people understand what they can do in order to create epic results like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you help me with, but the main two are like helping. There's something crazy that happens like once you start making multiple six figures where you want to make things really complicated all of a sudden. Like the things that were
Yeah.
working before, you're like, that's not going to work anymore. And so
Yeah.
I was in this period of like complicating things and creating and spinning in my own confusion. And you just kept bringing me back to such simplicity in how I was making my offers, what my offers were. So those were things you directly helped me with that for sure created some of those clients in the 45K month. And you also just really helped me to, yeah, to just like simplify everything and stop, like bring it back to the basics that I knew were working with me, but still like elevate how I'm thinking of myself and my clients.
So good. Yeah. And it, like,
Yeah.
as you said, most people who are multiple six figures, they start overcomplicating. And one of the gifts I feel like I bring, because I was the overcomplication queen. And once I started simplifying everything in my business, I just kept on repeating the same things, the same simple things over and over again. And I am consistently at the multi-million dollar level. And that's just, I don't have any like crazy secret. It's just what I teach in Magnetize. I'm like, you guys, it just works. Just keep repeating, right? So I love that, going back to the basics, going back to simplicity. It's been really fruitful for you. That's epic.
Yeah. And it's just like every time you coach me, there's something else that I'm making complicated or confusing. And you're like, what about just this? And it's like, of course. And I apply it and it works.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
amazing.
Amazing. Okay, so what would you say to somebody, because this is the final week to get the bonuses, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence? I know that they're like, there's so many people who are right there and so many people who have already joined and gotten the bonuses, but this is the final week. So what would you say to them about joining, making that decision?
Yeah, I would say to really lean into the decision that's coming from place of trust and possibility. And if they're feeling that nudge to join, of course, there's always going to be fear there. Like I had fear making the investment too, even though I was so sure it was what I wanted and I had already decided ahead
Right.
of time. The fear is going to be there. And I think most people try to outweight that fear. They're like, maybe
Yeah.
if I wait a little bit longer, it won't be there. Maybe I need to read one more post or listen to one more spotlight series. And I would say no, like you know enough now, trust yourself
Yeah.
to make that decision because you're going to start seeing results immediately. So it's totally worth it.
Oh my God, I love that so much. I love it. I love decision making. I love making powerful decisions. I love making decisions ahead of time. It just frees up our mind to know we can now move on to the next decision. You know, we can now move on to like the most important thing that we can do, which is deciding what we want to do for our future. Once you choose your coach, it's kind of like you can relax and you can trust and you can just like, that's taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, which is also why I love to pay in full. I'm just like, I want to make this decision once. I'm going to go all in. And then I free up all of that brain space to just go make money. And I think
Exactly.
just like trusting yourself, like people who join your mastermind are going to make money. Just make that
Yeah.
decision that that's what's going to
Yeah.
happen and then make the decision and get to work.
That's such a good thought. I love it.
Yeah.
So good. All right, my love. So, anything else you'd like to share about the coaching experience or about anything else before we hop off and I let everybody know where they can find you, how they can connect with you, etc.?
Yeah, I would just say like if you want clarity and quick results, this joining this mastermind is a no-brainer. So do yourself a favor. You will be so happy, especially like kicking off 2024. Like what a
I
great
know.
way to start your year. Like duh, just do it.
So good. Okay, and so where can people find you? And just for people who maybe didn't get the first few seconds of this video, what do you do again? Like, who would be the best person to reach out to you?
Yes. So I have a couple of different offers, but really what I help in all of my offers, I help online coaches attract high ticket clients without needing to go viral or having a large following on Instagram. I've made almost $750,000 since I started my business, and I don't even have 2,000 followers yet. So I really have figured out how to like
Wow.
yeah, just attract people. I've sold everything from $11 offers all the way up to $60,000 offer, pay in full
Yeah.
offers. So that's what I help my clients with. And I also really help them fall in love with selling and mastering their sales and consult process
Yeah.
specifically. And yeah, they can come find me on Instagram because that is my jam. I'm the queen of Instagram and I love it
Yeah.
over there. So come see me on Instagram.
Perfect. And
Sarah
what's your
Plowman
handle?
Coaching.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Amazing. Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was so much fun. For everyone who's watching, make sure that you go ahead and apply to the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind right now. I will read your application thoroughly. If I feel like you're a fit, I will let you know in an email. If I feel like it's not the right fit, I'll be so in integrity and tell you the truth because I only want people who are going to crush it. And if I feel like you're not ready yet, and maybe we just need to wait a little longer, I will be so honest because I just want to make sure that you make the best decision with your money, with your time, with your energy. And I want to make sure you and I have the best time coaching together so you will have the best, the most honest, truthful decision from me. So trust yourself, go ahead and apply. And thank you, Sarah, for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hi, thank you.